You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama?
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger. A soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli. Appetizers and cocktails from The Grill. Or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Thanks as always for tuning in with us out here on your Monday morning at 7 a.m. Temperature is a little bit cooler out there this morning. Take a live look. If you haven't stepped out the door, maybe you got the day off or the week off. Hey, good for you. This is what it looks like out the door this morning. Beautiful ongoing sunrise right now. Look over Lee County, over in Tupelo. Some clouds mixing in out there. Temperatures in the middle 40s as well. Let's take another look across the area over in Winona. Same story, different place. A little bit of cloud cover starting to creep in, but beautiful blue skies nonetheless, and conditions there in the low 40s over in Winona. Take a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning. We're not tracking any rain out the door here in northeast Mississippi and northwest Mississippi. So if you're waking up with us across the northern half of the state, you're good to go out the door this morning. We're not tracking rain too far away from us, though. You can see some heavier pockets in places like central Arkansas, from Little Rock over into Heber Springs, stretching into eastern Arkansas as well. So very close to us out the door this morning, but nothing ongoing here just yet. Temperatures right now in the 40s across the board for us, but a little bit warmer where that rainfall is. 50s in Little Rock, 57 in Shreveport, 58 over in Dallas. 40s though, the further east that you go, 45 in Tupelo, and then into the 50s in Birmingham, 47 over in Huntsville. Taking a little bit closer to home if you're headed out and about, most of us in the 40s, 30s trying to hang on from Amory, and we hit 39, I believe, up in Alcorn County and Corinth as well. So a little bit cooler some places, but most of us in those 40s and even middle 40s right now. 45 in Grenada, 47 in Greenwood, 44 up in Water Valley. Let's talk about where we were yesterday. If you were out and about early yesterday, we're sitting anywhere between 5 up to 10, 11 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So definitely a cooler morning, a cooler start out there to Thanksgiving week. Nothing though in terms of what we're going to be at the end of the week. So even cooler conditions are on the way. Here's a look at your first 12 hours ahead. Temperature is going to be getting warmer, even though we're starting off in the 40s. We'll be into those middle 60s by 11. 70s are back in the forecast yet again today. Rain chances really don't become a problem until we head after our noon hour. So into the early afternoon, you can see that 10% chance showing up at 2. 30 at 5, and then let me just step over instead of stretching, guys. 50 over at 8. So we start to see these rain chances go up as we head afternoon into your early evening hours. And we're going to be watching out for a few storms out there today that could be on the stronger side of things. Temperature-wise, getting into the 60s by your dinner time hours. I encourage you, if you're trying to get anything done today, to get it done on the early side of things. Here's a reason and the overall picture of what's going on right now. Currently on Mississippi Live satellite and radar, you can see that rain that we were looking at a little bit closer to home in places like central Arkansas. That stretches all the way into central portions of Texas as well, all due to this low pressure system that's going to be continuing to lift up into the north, into our area. Watch as I put this into motion. That's going to continue its trek up as we head throughout your day ahead. But still, all the way at 3 o'clock on your Monday, not tracking much of anything here in North Mississippi. So it's really not until the evening hours when I think we're going to start to see a few more showers and storms into the picture. You can see there, it's going to be coming into play into your evening. And then all the way out there into your Tuesday morning, we'll finally start to see that cold front push through early on your Tuesday that yet again could bring a few strong storms in the mix. And then watch this, as that pushes through later in the day on Tuesday, we'll start to dry out. But you're looking at that right. That's a second cold front that's going to drop in behind it and give even more reinforcing shot of cool air as we head middle and then into the latter part of our work week, just in time for your Thanksgiving holiday. So here's a look at Wednesday, though, just before Thanksgiving. We're looking at cooler air in the mix. We'll talk about just how cold in just a few minutes, but overall a very drier mid to late week out there. As for how much rain are we looking to see over your first next 3 days due to this system. Well, no matter where you are, if you're traveling even outside the area, a good portion of the southeast looking to pick up around an inch of rainfall from Dallas, Shreveport, Monroe, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, here in North Mississippi, stretching all the way into Huntsville, Alabama, and Birmingham, and then Atlanta, even around a half of an inch. So you can see that rain makes it to a good portion of the southern eastern United States. So if you are planning on getting out and about and traveling, you're going to want to keep up with this forecast. After the rain, big cool down on the way. I know I've been talking about it, just talking about it in bits and pieces. We'll talk about just how cold it gets, but just so you know, if you're going to be outside for Thanksgiving or you're going to the Egg Bowl, we're looking at a major cool down on the way that's going to want you to bring your coats, have your jackets ready, especially if you're going to be out and about in the morning hours. So we'll talk next just about how cold it's going to be getting over your next few days, and we'll go more hour by hour through that rain chance and what are the impacts are we expecting if a few of these storms do become strong to severe. All of those details coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggye McAuley.
Hey, and happy Monday out there to you, meteorologist Maggye McAuley. As always, thank you for starting off your work week and your day here with Mississippi Live Weather. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get into your overall forecast. I want to show you a nice look outside to remind you of the nice conditions we have now before we get into the not so nice conditions we're going to have later. This is a live look over in Aberdeen, hanging on to the 30s out there this morning. Most of us, though, in the 40s. Beautiful blue skies out there for a lot of us this morning with some clouds starting to make their way in. Same story over in Caledonia. Beautiful blue skies out there, a little bit warmer, temperatures in the low 40s, which is where most of us are this morning. Take a look at overall satellite radar, just reminding you of the overall picture before we get into the forecast. We're watching this low pressure system that's sitting off to our west, bringing rainfall from portions of Texas all the way into central Arkansas. This will be moving into our area as we head over the next 12 to 24 hours. As for airport delays out there this morning, if you know anybody coming in and out of the area, if they're coming from Dallas, Fort Worth, that's the only place that I'm tracking any moderate delays out there this morning. And it's probably due to that rainfall that just kind of hit that airport, causing those moderate delays. So if you know anybody coming in and out of there, yeah, you're going to need to keep up with their flight status. But around the lower 48, the rest of us and all of those international airports looking good to go out there for your Monday morning. Sticking here in North Mississippi, temperatures will be getting warmer, even though we're starting off on the cool side. Middle to upper 50s by 9, 60s come back by 10. Middle 60s out there by your 11 o'clock hour. Most of us topping off in the low 70s today. So near 70 degrees is where a lot of us will be this afternoon. Mild by any means out there, still well above average for this time of year. Scattered storms will be the picture as we head into your evening hours. So a lot of today actually dry. If you have any plans this morning, I wouldn't be canceling them. Even early afternoon, it's later on into your evening hours when we start to see a few of those storms come back into play. And because of that, we do have a severe weather risk out there for your day ahead. Level 2 out of 5, mainly off to our south. That's where I think the majority of that severe weather will actually be today, just where those ingredients are best at play. But that level 2 out of 5 does clip portions of the Delta into Attala County today. And then that level 1 out of 5 stretches a little bit further north as well out there for your Monday. But I think it's into Tuesday morning that we're really going to be paying attention to when we see a few more things into play that could be causing a few storms to be on the strong stronger side. So into the early morning hours of your Tuesday, we are seeing that level 1 out of 5 continuing to clip a lot of our area, especially northeast Mississippi, all of our Alabama counties, and then all of Alabama really as well, a good portion of it. And that stretches all the way into Tennessee as well. So Tuesday, I think, is the day into the early morning hours of what we're going to be keeping our eye on. Let's take it hour by hour. Let me show you what models are looking like this morning as we head into noon and on. That's why I said, look, we're still mainly dry by noon. Now, if you live in the furthest north and western corner of Mississippi, I'm talking Tunica County, yes, you could see some showers out there before the rest of us, but a lot of it's dry between now and noon out there into the early afternoon, even sitting dry for the most part. But after that is when we start to see this rain kind of push off across the Mississippi River, coming into our area by dinner time. So northwest Mississippi into the Delta, heads up as we head 5-6 o'clock, maybe as you're getting off work or have some dinner time plans, maybe with some family early on this Thanksgiving work week, looking like some rain in the area. And again, could be on the heavier side of times. We're going to continue to watch this trek in as we head 9-10 o'clock. And again, it could be heavy at times. Look at this, Monday at 10. As we head into this evening, we're looking at heavy rain stretching from Alcorn County into Lafayette County, Grenada County, all the way into the Delta. You can see those bright reds from Greenwood, Belzona, Greenville. This is the area we're going to be watching for this evening that could produce a few storms on the stronger side of things. Main thing we're going to be watching for is, one, the potential for them to dump a lot of rain in a small amount of time. So localized flooding, yes, a concern. Also some gusty winds with that as well. Now, a tornado cannot be ruled out, but it's not our main threat over your next 24 to 48 hours, just so you know. But we're keeping our eye on it. This is the main area we're going to be watching for later on this afternoon and this evening. That doesn't mean the rest of us aren't going to be seeing a few stronger storms in the mix all the way through midnight and on. So I just encourage you, as you're headed off to bed tonight, just make sure your alerts are on. If anything becomes on the severe side of things, of course, we'll be live right here to let you know about it. But midnight and on, yes, still seeing a few stronger storms in the mix. Into your early Tuesdays, when we're really going to see that cold front start to sweep these showers and storms through. And as it does, it could also bring things on the stronger side of things as well. All the way into your Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, rain still in the picture. It's not until the afternoon when we start to see that final clearing and that front really sweep through, bringing more drier conditions into the mix by Tuesday at noon. So again, just encourage you to keep up with us. Well, of course, if anything becomes on the strong side of things, we will be right here. I'll be here on your Tuesday morning at 6:30, no matter what. But if anything happens before then, of course, we'll be live letting you know. Noon and on, we'll start to see a little bit of clearing take place. Yes, I can't rule out maybe a shower to drizzle out there on your Tuesday evening due to another front pushing in. But overall, nothing like we're going to be seeing overnight tonight. How much rain are we looking to see? I know we talked about it more region-wide the last few minutes. Now let's look a little bit more closer to home. I think around an inch is what we can expect across the area. Now, a little bit below, a little bit above, depending on if you do get under one of these heavier pockets, especially in the Delta. I wouldn't be surprised to see anywhere between 1 to 2 inches because of the heavy rain that looks to be placed there through all of our different forecasted model runs. But overall, you can expect around an inch across the board. That does lead to a flash flood threat, at least overnight. I know we talked about the heavy rain that could be placed in the Delta just because of the ongoing heavy rain within the same areas in northwest Mississippi out there for today. Yes, a flash flood threat is there. It's a slight level 2 out of 4 is what they go with when we're talking about these flash flood threats. Overall, just you want to be careful if you're headed out tonight and then into early Tuesday. Avoid those roadways that you know are easily flooded over the next 24 hours. Let's talk about your 7-day forecast ahead. 70s stick around today and tomorrow, but after those cold fronts do shift in, take a look at this. We're looking at a major cool down in temperatures. That's the next thing we're going to be talking about. So 70s Tuesday, 50s for Wednesday. Low 50s out there for your Thanksgiving holiday. So things majorly cool down. And take a look at Thursday and Friday morning. If you're headed out and about early, maybe you're going hunting or you're going to those Black Friday sales, whatever you have going on, you're going to want the coat with you because we're looking at temperatures near or below freezing as we head Thursday into your Friday morning. So definitely some colder conditions on the way. As we head into your next weekend, we'll see more rain return. But here's the good good news. Thanksgiving is kind of sandwiched in between those two systems, right? Even though it's going to be cold, it is looking to be dry out there as we head mid into later on in that work week for that Thanksgiving holiday. Make sure to tune in with us one more time this morning at 7:30. We're going to be talking about everything you need to know to get you out the door. Of course, we'll go over those chances one more time, where the severe weather threat is and which day, and those hour by hour rain chances again, all coming up one more time at 7:30.